I think there are limitations into letters and like how you want to express yourself, and I think I just found it easier to use those emotions in like painting people. Portraiture allowed me to connect with those people and kind of understand that life is bigger than myself. Yeah, because people have guards up and they won't always show you who they are until they feel comfortable around you. So I think there's a bit of an art to it as well, and I'm learning how to do that. So hopefully I can just keep traveling the world and like connecting with more communities and learning about them and leaving something behind for them. That would be sick. I grew up in like Kwinana, which was kind of like it's a real grungy area in Perth. There was actually a lot of graffiti writers from there. So there was like a lot of graffiti writing around like on the bus stop, like at the local shops and at the skate park. And I'd catch a bus and then you'd see it on the back of buses, like the scratchies in windows and like the big dirty mop. That was definitely my first introduction to it, and I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. A little bit later, like towards year 10, 11, 12, I started seeing connecting with a few people at school that were doing it. And then a local council, the city of Melville, had this program called Phase. That was just like the mecca of like young graffiti writers, like learning how to spray paint. And then from there it was like, all right, connect with like more people, learn how to use the spray cans, getting into a crew. Yeah, it was so cool. And yeah, it's been non-stop. I was into like real abstract styles like Does, Augustine Coffee from LA. Because I think they were all kind of like Afro-futuristic writers, seeing this architectural, technical style of graffiti. Edmund PDF from Brazil, I think, seeing like his like big like 3D anamorphic abstractions, and I was just like, this is so cool. And I think it was at my own detriment because I didn't really like learn the fundamentals first. It was just kind of like, I just want to paint like the most wildest thing I could. Unlearning of all that and just kind of going back to just straight letters and stuff because it's just more readable, because I was just doing these like giant pieces along like the side of the train tracks and stuff, and like no one knew who I was because it was just like too cooked. I think like coming from the area that I grew up in and going through a lot of things at home, you want to kind of find a way to express yourself. And I think the complexities of the things I went through and the emotions I was feeling with kind of needed a little bit more. I needed to start going into like the figurative side of things, going into people and like learning why our communities are diverse, or I don't know how to explain it. I think there are limitations into letters and like how you want to express yourself. And I think I just found it easier to use those emotions in like painting people. Yeah, because you see that similar people are going through things. It might be like the lady that runs the bakery down at the shop, and you like start learning about her story. She might have been like an immigrant from like a third world country, and you're just kind of getting her perspective. And portraiture allowed me to connect with those people and kind of understand that life is bigger than myself. And then when you see other people going through similar like trauma or hardship, you don't feel as isolated and you can kind of get through your shit a bit easier. Yeah. And I mean, there's some amazing like stories in our community like of diversity and how people have learned to survive, you know, or just be a good family man, or how to have a big family, or how to get through complex things with friends, or I don't know. Because as a white artist, I don't want to like have too much influence into who's going to be represented where. It'll be someone involved with who I'm working with. So if I'm like working with a youth group, I'll like choose one of the kids. If I'm painting for like a multicultural group, it'll be like people from where they're from. It'll be more of a sincere reflection of what the community wants to say rather than me. So I'm just like a tool in the end. I think I'm trying to develop my painting into like a bit of journalism, rather than like focusing on like the technical element of painting, like just sitting down and trying to get to know someone. Because it's not easy, like not everyone wants to open up and be vulnerable with like a stranger they've just met. So I think there's a bit of an art to it as well, and I'm learning how to do that. I think the influence might come through their stories of resilience, but I'm very privileged to be able to collaborate with other Aboriginal artists. And I love that combination of even the combination of growing up and seeing graffiti and portraiture, or like abstract art and portraiture, because it's just really colorful and vibrant. The style of art has really strong motifs of symbols and patterns, and it's kind of like there's a lot of similarities maybe in a way because graffiti is rooted in like Black and Latino culture. So, you know, people like Guido van Helten and Adne as well, like they've really got a strong element of, there's more than just a portrait. It's like they're representing like a bigger picture of the community and what they're about. And I think, yeah, other inspirations are like people in Europe that are doing like oil paintings on the side of buildings with spray and stuff like that, like Sebas Velasco, Sena from the Tam crew. Yeah, they're just doing some amazing stuff, and you're just like isolated in Perth, and you're just like, yeah, I need to be pushing the envelope, because yeah, people are like doing some crazy stuff around the world. Like I've been so privileged to be able to branch out from letters a little bit and do this portraiture, and I think it's working well, like where people are recognizing that I've got the skill there, but I've also got like I'm sincere about what I'm trying to do. So hopefully I can just keep traveling the world and like connecting with more communities and learning about them, and leaving something behind for them. That would be sick. Yeah, but I think